should be and could be our next congresswoman. And I want to say this, the only way we win this race is if we catch lightning in a bottle. That's how we win this race. I introduce you to lightning in a bottle.
So much for coming today, and for anyone here who doesn't know who I am, my name is Alissa Ellman. I've been a Western New Yorker my whole life. I was a small town girl. I was raised in Allegheny County in the lush foothills of the Genesee Valley, where most summers I was barefoot. I'm really humbled to be standing here today and throwing my hat in the ring for this chance to represent all of you. Having traveled to every corner of the globe, one thing that you should know about me is that I am incredibly proud to be an American. I love this country. I love it so much. Woo! That's why, before I could legally vote, I took an oath and I signed my name on a dotted line for this country. And before I could legally drink a beer, I had melted my boots on the tarmac of the Bagram Airfield. And there I worked 12-hour days in the sunshine and 120-degree heat outdoors. You know, I was really just dreaming about coming home with my life and all of my limbs. When Claudia Tenney was a young adult, though, she was, you know, studying art in Europe and dreaming of becoming an Olympic equestrian. And she and I, we are not the same. We are not the same. I was exposed to burn pits during my service, and as a result, I developed a rare cancer. That experience taught me how important healthcare and government services are to regular people like me. I realized how rich I was to have my cancer treated by the VA for free, and I want that for every person. When I was finally able to go back to work, I did. I relished the opportunity to help veterans and their families at the VA. The dignity of earning a paycheck and being able to help people like me was such an honor. Claudia Tenney was handed this incredible lake region, this beautiful district, this place we call home. Yet she has complained about the size and the tremendous needs of our communities. We will never be the same. I never thought I would be involved in politics beyond voting in a voting booth, until I was fired by Elon Musk's Doge and I decided to speak out. When the VA offered me my job back, if I would just stop talking, I immediately resigned my position because guess what? My character, it's not for sale. Yeah. Woo! Claudia Tenney, spineless Claudia Tenney has already been bought and paid for, and she and I, we will never be the same. Claudia is sitting in her lake house right now, and she's gonna rest her head on a pillow and go to sleep tonight, and she's gonna sleep well, and she's not going to think about us. She's not going to think about one person in this crowd or their problems. She's more worried about her political career and her money. Claudia Tenney doesn't give a shit about us. Now, I think we should take a moment to really recognize here that this is something that everyone can connect with. We all understand, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or Independent, all of us, every one of us recognizes that this current system isn't working. We need change. The middle class built and paid for this country. People like my husband over here, who get up early and work outdoors all day, every day, in all kinds of weather, and pay their taxes. They are what makes this country work. People like you and people like me, we shouldn't have to worry that one illness, one injury will send us into bankruptcy so that the wealthiest people in our country can get an even better tax rate. I want everybody to just take a second and look across the street at that empty hospital. Look at that parking lot. You know what that is? That's a preview of coming attractions to this area. Last month, Tenney voted to take health care away from 31,000 people in our district. Make no mistake, those people will get health care. They will go to their closest emergency rooms. But without Medicaid reimbursement, rural hospitals in places like Warsaw, Geneva, and Carthage will close. She voted to reduce federal funding for our school lunches and special education services. And they blamed these cuts on our national debt ballooning. But she lied. She lied. She voted to reduce services so that she could use middle-class dollars to give the wealthiest Americans in this country tax breaks. The same rich Americans who won't pay employees enough money to pay their own bills rely on the infrastructure and social safety nets that we regular people bought and paid for. We built those programs so that they could grow their billion-dollar companies while paying lower tax rates than anyone here standing here in this crowd. That infrastructure was built with our money. That infrastructure was built on our backs. They call affordable healthcare socialism, so they don't have to take responsibility for denying each one of us human rights. Socialism is just a word they use to distract from the fact that the middle class is being robbed of stability by the wealthy. I will never vote for a billionaire to get another cent off of their taxes before every man, woman, and child in this district has affordable and reasonable health care. Woo! I would never vote to reduce food subsidies for children. I call that decency. I call that community. I have been a wife, a mother, a teacher, a veteran, and a friend in Western New York my entire life. I have hunted to fill my freezer. My snow boots and my shovels sit by my front door all year round. And in the fall, my blood, just like yours, runs red and blue for the Bills. Claudia and I could not be more different. And it will be up to the people to decide who better represents their interests. I have hope for this region. I have hope because it takes ordinary people like me and ordinary people like you to face down corruption and the unethical nature of career politicians. It's up to us to forge new paths. We have to do that together. I ask you, if not us, who? If not now, when? I won't sugarcoat reality for any one of you. We are in for the fight of our lives. I cannot promise that this will be an easy fight, but I can promise that I will fight with everything I have for your homes, your health, our hospitals, our children, and our future. Woo! After all, this isn't the first time I've been to war.